pulled up on you with like a gun and taking your stuff?
Yeah.
They had a gun?
One's gun, one's knife.
Shit. What are you thinking in those moments?
I don't have a bond. I've only just landed in New Zealand. And he went into his back pocket and he took out the $1,500 and he said, "That's yours." And then give it back to me because that's your bond.
Wow.
Yeah. I went into the doctor's room in Fielding and I said, "I've got this weird thing on my face." And he looked at me, he touched it and he said, "Oh no, that's just dry skin. Just use more moisturizer." No tests, no nothing. Melanoma. That's why I need to insert a catheter to empty my bladder.
So how far, this is a weird question, but I've not ever seen a catheter or I don't know anything about them, but does it have to go quite far up or is like, because like, where does the pee get to before it can't come out?
I wanted to bring one in. I've got some in my car. It's about this long.
Holy
and
heck.
as soon as it goes in, that's what sticks out.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's just life-changing from that day. That you don't pee again out your doodle.
Nothing.
Well, it kind of still comes out there.
Well, you urinate, but not by myself.
Personal use. Yeah.
I've got to manipulate. Yeah.
You probably feel like you need a pee really bad.
Yeah.
I have to ask just openly.
Yeah.
How does that connect with like your old winky? Like, you know, what's your doodle saying? Is it every single time you need to pee?
Every single time.
See that?
5 times a day.
So I feel sick thinking about it.
Yeah,
No diagnosis.
To this day?
To this day.
So you're having to do this for 6 years.
6 years.
And you haven't even been told what is wrong with you.
Dishwasher.
Oh.
Dishwashing liquid. It was burning the rest of the week.
I wouldn't have used that.
I would have just bought some like the
I
sex
had
lube.
to because there was nothing
Yeah,
else.
I mean,
and if I didn't do that,
personally in your shoes would be dreading every single time I needed to go to the toilet, and you're doing that 5 times a day.
5 times a day. Sometimes. Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go and sit in a corner and die? Because if I don't get the proper diagnosis or treatment, that could very well happen. And they said they can't help. End of story, and they dropped the phone. And they blocked me.
What?
They blocked my number.
The health advocate.
They blocked my number.
Where you from?
Welcome back to the Making a Statement podcast 21. Off the back of a massive episode last week, so thank you to everybody that tuned in for our episode with Jasmine Gray. If you haven't seen that one, make sure you do go and check that out. It's about the disappearance of Brianna Muriwai. You're tuned into the Making a Statement podcast. We're all about breaking the stigma. We talk about taboo, open, raw, hard to discuss conversations openly. That's what we do. That's what you're tuning into, is a conversation. We are unscripted, unedited, uncensored, and unfiltered, and he is uneducated. You like that?
I am educated.
Oh, to the right, we've got Brother E.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
1s and 2s behind the scenes is our cuzzy DJ TJ.
Kia ora, I'm DJ TJ.
Chair, and I am Dilz. This is Making a Statement podcast. Go check us out, makingastatement.co.nz. Go and check out our merch. Right now I'm wearing the Fox and Where You From. I rep that loud and proud. But yeah, again, we're about breaking the stigma. And this time we've got a brand new topic and conversation for everybody tuning in. And we've got Johan Tait joining us today. He is a victim of the health system, essentially. You've gone for a bit of a wild ride. You've been in some life-changing circumstances because of all of this. Yep. And you've even mentioned off-screen that you feel that also the justice system has maybe let you down a bit as well. So
100%.
I don't want to tell that story for you. I think that's a story for you to tell. But please, can you introduce yourself to our guest, bro?
G'day, man. I'm Johan Tait from South Africa. Been in the country 10 years. Love this country. Won't go anywhere else. Won't go back either. But unfortunately, the health system has failed me. And I am, just not cool at all.
Briefly, what's happened there?
Basically lost my bladder. woke up one morning, went to work, didn't urinate for the rest of that day. I even thought I had a good day. Went home and like I was home for probably about 2 hours, and my wife had to rush me to hospital. Couldn't urinate, emptied my bladder like 4 or 5 times, and sent me home with a full catheter, and I was on my own from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over that, obviously, in a bit more detail because there's a bit to unpack.
Yeah.
I've been in my own situations with the health system. I've gone through court with ACC. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation with you because I think I've kind of relate in some ways, obviously not a story to your extremes, but I definitely can understand the system letting us down. Before we get into things, bro, we do a mental health check-in. So it's just a where you at out of 10 for the week that's been. So where would you say you sit?
Right up there, man.
On a high? What's the number?
I would say 10. Not breaking the stigma or anything.
Yep.
But 9, 5, 10.
Yep. What's got you? What's got you feeling so good?
I'm just a positive person. I'm just a really positive person. I mean, with everything that's been going on, I'm still out there doing things. I'm still playing golf. I could have chosen to sit at home and sulk about it.
And just give up on life.
And just give up. And I'm not.
It takes strong people to do that.
Yeah.
You've also just got back from a camping trip, and you just mentioned to me you didn't even get bites. You went fishing, no bites.
No bites.
But hey, I'm a 10.
That happened to us too.
Yeah. I scored a 91 on the golf course, which is pretty bad for me.
Well, that's good for me.
And I normally shoot in the low 80s.
Wow, what's your handicap?
12.
Wow. I think mine, when I had one, was sitting at, I think 20 was the lowest I got it.
Mine's 15.
15. Where did I get mine to? My best round's 88. 42 and a 46 on Foxton.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good for Foxton.
You play Foxton?
I've played Foxton. I don't like the course.
I don't really like it either.
It's a really hard course.
I feel like they're kind of getting rid of some of the detail and the definition.
They should get better soon, though, because the same greenkeeper that's running fielding is now on Foxton too.
I like fielding.
Yeah. He plays at fielding. Remember you hit the ball at the clubhouse?
Do you remember that you shit your pants?
Oh, yeah. That was on fielding course.
It was.
Second hole. Look, I sharted, and it was at fielding, and he just happens to remember that. That's not what we're talking about.
I won't ever forget that, sorry.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 9.510 is great.
Yeah, no.
That's awesome.
It's, yeah.
Where'd you go camping?
Napier Snapper Park, something like that.
Oh, never heard of that. We did.
That's right by the airport.
Okay.
So you get Snapper and then you get top 10.
Top 10. Oh, I know where the top 10. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We did Waitarere over the Christmas holidays. You know where that is? Just further up.
Oh, I'm not too familiar, but yeah.
Oh, it's Hawke's Bay as well. It's a beautiful space. We're actually going back there for my 30th next month.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Hopefully this time
I've actually got family in Hawke's Bay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My sister lives in Hawke's Bay.
Was that the destination? You catching up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we were actually on our way to go and pick up Mum.
Yeah.
She's flying back to South Africa next weekend. So.
Right. I was going to say, because your sister's living here as well, so you've moved over, like your family's...
I came first, then sister with her family. Brother's still in South Africa, and Mum, obviously, 6 months of the year, she's here, 6 months of the year.
Oh,
she's in South Africa, so...
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I've got my daughter immigrating to Ireland.
Wow, so you're losing her from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Nice. How do you feel about that?
Not cool.
No.
How
I would love... she's 24.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But she met a great guy, man. So she's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I like that concept of your family following you over, because I moved over to Australia, and the hard thing was having no family over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The thing is with South Africa's not a safe place.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah. So we all essentially move. And we didn't move away because of the safety aspect. We moved away because we felt unwanted in our own country.
Okay. Free government?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, my wife ended up sending away 186, I believe it was, CVs. No bites at all.
Wow.
And, I mean, my wife is pretty high up, and She's she when she came here, she was a probation officer, or working probation. And then from there, she went on to, she's now with Orangutan.
Wow, that's a mean line of work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's hard, but she loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kazi DJ TJ, where are you sitting out of 10?
I think I am. I would say around an 8, just because obviously the long weekend. I didn't actually have a long weekend. I had work on Saturday, but also I think I'm gonna have a good mood because I'm gonna get a pretty big paycheck. I think we've been over 50 hours this week.
Nice.
Last week, so
Awesome.
money.
Nice.
That's
Pucky. Brother E, where you at?
I'm gonna say 8.5. It would be higher, but I'm starting to get a sore throat, and it means I'm gonna get sick in the next couple of days. I know it is. It always happens. My throat starts getting itchy the night before, and then I woke up the next day and it's sore, and then the couple of days after that, I'm a little bit crook. So I have a feeling I'm gonna end up sick, but that's why I'm a bit low. But I'm good. We went camping and stuff. It was fun. We didn't catch any fish.
I
just got wet.
snapped my rod in half.
Yeah, how did you do
Oh,
that?
no.
I went to literally, like, I was thinking in my head, like, that we were getting the kids out of the water. I'd gone up the river upstream casting, and I was going to do a few casts downstream as I was walking, and I was about maybe 1 or 2 casts away from being done, and I flicked my line back, and when I went to come back over my head, the hook had caught a branch, and so the lure was still behind me, and so when I came across to launch it, the rod just snapped in half backwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I was like, fuck, so I just had to buy a new rod today.
Stink.
Yeah, so I'm going to say I'm at an 8 because of that, because I was higher. I was probably a 9, and then I snapped my rod. But
That was a good rod too. I was sitting there on the weekend going, man, that's a good rod, eh? Like, I was literally giving, like,
yeah, you
talking
did.
about
And I was
how
like,
good
yeah,
it was.
I haven't used it much, but yeah, so I snapped my rod in half. That wasn't fun, and we didn't catch any fish, but we had a beautiful time. We got away with the
was good.
family. We set up our tents. We had a couple nights out there, and really didn't really have much to do, so we just sat around drinking and
Didn't even drink.
I did.
Barely. You didn't drink that much
I drank a box of beers.
in like 3 days.
No, it's 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It was good just to sit down and talk as well. We just hung out.
just
It's
chilled,
cool.
played frisbee. But you mentioned having a sore throat, so I wouldn't share this next part of the segment with you because we might get sick. But we've got loaded T-bars to try.
Yeah, let's not share.
So you first, bro. We call these true reviews. Your flavour this week, what was it?
Blackberry
Blackberry with
With the energy
or
boost.
the energy boost. That's the one.
And you copied Jasmine's flavour after watching our last podcast,
Yes,
right?
that's the one.
She rated that a 10, so she set that bar pretty high. I haven't personally tried it, but I'd love for you to give this a rating out of 10.
I hope I did it well again.
Bottoms up.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good?
Is there any sugar in it?
No sugar.
That's good, man. Almost sweet tooth.
Yeah?
You like that?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Cool. Okay, what do you rate it?
I would say 9.
Nice. That's a
Nice.
high rating because you came on here specifically saying I'm like the most honest person you'll have.
honestly, yeah. And I don't like trying new things, so
Well, there you go. So anybody that might want to try a loaded T-bar, making a statement is the code to use on their website. You'll get a discount, and they're great. They are a substitute for energy drinks, a natural energy boost, sugar-free, flavour alternative, heaps of options, and it's got aloe vera additives and stuff like that as well to help with the digestive system. So,
no, that's awesome.
yep, awesome.
I'll take note of
Kazi DJ TJ, what you got?
I got pink lemonade with white grape. Yeah, the same as Ethan's. So yeah,
Where are we at with it? Out of 10.
oh, it's pretty good.
9.
Yeah, I would say a 9. That's actually pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, I stole
Yeah.
some of your drink before we started, and I very much like that one too.
I'd say it's not my favourite. Yeah, 9. I'd say 9 too. That's
Pretty
not my
mean, solid
favourite, but it's
ratings.
good.
That's solid ratings. I'm not going to rate mine because I think I've rated mine before. I rated it a 9, green apple.
Green apple and white grape.
Oh, I haven't tried
clove.
this then. I haven't tried this.
Is that what you asked me for? I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I forgot what I asked for. Oh, that's even nicer than green apple.
Yeah, because you like grape.
Yeah, that's
It tastes nostalgic, eh?
9.5. That's yum. Thank you, Loaded T-Bar. Go check them out. Making a Statement is the code to use, and we appreciate you guys sponsoring our podcast. We start off with a hot topic. So, as you're aware, when we sat down, we got you to fill in one word, one liner, one sentence, whatever it is off the top of your head that goes on a piece of paper and in that jar. We have had all of our guests come and do that, and we're about to draw one of their topics out of that box. Whatever
Might
it
even
is.
be yours.
No, we don't put that one in yet.
Oh.
Whatever it is, we are going to talk about it openly. It could be dumb, it could be clever, it could be question, it could be funny.
And the hot topic today is... Oh, it's a big one. Hold on.
Or is it just a little word on a big piece of paper?
Movement for wahine.
Movement for wahine.
So is this sort of like what Jazz was talking about with her group that she's doing?
Oh, facts, bro. She literally sat here and said, I'm creating a safe space for women. I'm not going to pretend to think like a man because I'm not one. So I've got this group that I have launched. Is it Unite?
Unite for All.
Unite for All. Is it that one?
I'm not sure if that is that one.
We'll have to find that one out. We've got our previous guest, Jasmine Gray. She's the mother of Brianna Muriwai, who disappeared recently. She has started a Facebook group surrounding the movement for wahine. And it's just one person of many that is trying to advocate in that space. But is definitely worthwhile checking out what she's doing. So we will try and link that somewhere in the comments, or just maybe go check the last episode and we would have spoke about it there. What's your thoughts around the topic?
I've got no idea. Just plainly because I don't understand the word.
Wahine?
Yeah.
Woman.
Woman.
Yeah, movement for woman.
Movement for women. Awesome. When woman is our most precious gift God could have given us, apart from our children. Without women, without my wife, I'll be nobody. So, yeah, I think that's awesome.
How long have you been married?
Married 12 years and together about 18.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming up 3 years.
Married?
Yeah. March.
Yeah, it is.
3 years married.
Yeah.
6 years together.
April will be 13 for us.
Wow. Did you want to elaborate any further on that one?
I don't know how to.
I just think it's important because obviously, unfortunately, it's our wahine that become victims of, the standardized abuse, in relationships, domestics. Obviously, there's the males, and we can speak from that as well. This isn't about us in this topic, though, but there is a lot of women out there being mistreated, misused, misguided, and all the rest of it. So I do hope that you guys all, if you're listening to this, understand that there are people out there that you can go to, that you can talk to, that you can discuss your situation and may be able to assist in some means. So yeah, definitely utilize those channels.
I think when you talk about the relationships and stuff, I think it's hard to just say, oh yeah, women get abused, because males do too. But I think the more standardized look at it is the workplace. I feel like women get put lower in the workforce than men.
100%.
9 times out of 10.
But I come from an office, and it's opposite there. It's almost like I work in an office.
On the office, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But the office environments that I've worked in have almost been predominantly female, where all opportunities are equal, and it does. The gender doesn't really play a part in those roles in that environment so much.
Yeah.
So from what I've seen personally in the office environments that I've worked in, it has been quite an equal opportunity space.
That's good.
But I definitely know that out there in the workforce, maybe outside of the places that I'm working in, that isn't the case.
Moving on.
So What's how about we go back to South Africa? I don't want to skip too far ahead and miss that because I think there's a conversation to be had. In South Africa, you've left there 10 years ago.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
47.
47. So you're 37 and you make this...
Sorry, 48.
48. So we just gained a year.
Sorry.
You head over from South Africa. Was it that loss of opportunity or that not being able to get into an industry, that struggle that you guys are dealing with, that was that turning point for you guys?
With myself, I always had work. Since I left school, I've always had my own business. I've been pretty successful. The wife, however, she, like I said, she's in the orangutan. She used to work for Horowhenua family violence too.
Yeah.
Before that, and in her line of work in South Africa, we've got something called BEE, Black Economic Empowerment, and if your skin color is black, you've got everything. If your skin color is white, there's just no chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like reverse racism in a sense. You can't say reverse racism, but the reverse stereotypical racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. Yeah.
Why? Why is it? Why is that the culture over there?
I would like to find that out myself. It's our president just won't. I mean, he's got beef with everybody. He's even got beef with the US at the moment.
Who doesn't right now though? Donald Trump's on a rampage.
Yeah, true. But if you support Iran, that's even worse.
Mm.
And that's what the South African government's doing.
Right.
Yeah. So if we've got somebody there, his name is Julius Malema. He went and shot a few gunshots up in the air and nothing came of it. Well, now he's being prosecuted after something like 7 years. There's a white man that did the same thing, and he got arrested there and then and got prosecuted. So it's just that difference between black and white that makes all our sports teams. Before South Africa couldn't join the World Cup games because French and all those people didn't want them to play because they needed people of color, and when they got people of color in, they played well, and I mean they really well played. The South African soccer team is nowhere on the map, and they are all black. It's just there's just no commitment from them. They just don't care. Cape Town is run by a white government, where the rest of South Africa is run by this black, or not government, council.
Right.
You should go and see Cape Town. Cape Town is beautiful. Good roads, good infrastructure. As soon as you leave, like, and literally, if you go over the border, you see the difference.
Right. So it's
sorry.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, safety-wise, because I've heard it's quite dangerous. Safety-wise, like there's a lot of robberies and stuff like that.
You live in your own jail, man.
Yeah. Is it like that? So you said, like, obviously Cape Town is beautiful and whatnot, and the other places they're a bit more run down and whatnot. Is Cape Town still dangerous like
It's still
the rest
dangerous.
of it?
It's safer than the rest of South Africa, but it's still dangerous.
Yeah, because I heard stories from Malcolm, who we talked about before. He said they've had to like carry guns in their cars. You don't stop.
Yes.
You can't stop because the people will just rob you.
I mean, I've been hijacked twice.
Yeah. Have you had people come in your house or anything like that?
Not my house, no.
Yeah.
I was fortunate in that regard, but yeah.
Hijacked as in what? They've pulled up on you with like a gun and taken your stuff?
Yeah.
They had a gun?
One's gun, one's knife.
Shit. What are you thinking in those moments?
You just
Give
don't
it to
think.
them.
You just
give.
They're gonna shoot you or kill you if they come and do it.
They just won't. They will kill you for $5.
Yeah, I used to manage an accommodation complex in Rotorua, and we had some South African tourists. And I think around this time I was looking at holiday destinations, and they're talking to me about South Africa. And they said that there was a place in which you go there and you're a tourist, you're going to get beheaded. Is that facts?
I think they have sort of, what's the word I'm looking for now? They've made it worse than it is.
Over-exaggerated.
Over-exaggerated, yeah. Yes, you will get killed, but you won't get beheaded, though.
Oh, I see. So that's a bit better.
So you're still going to die?
No, you come back with your head.
Yeah. Yeah. So beheaded, I think they just try and make a statement of saying, just don't go there.
Is that because they don't want people there, or is it a part of the robbery as they rob you and they kill you?
It's power and control.
Okay.
I think that's how I can describe South Africa's government. Power
Sounds
and
very
control.
violent.
Yeah.
So, like just being in those situations, I've always wondered what I would do if I had a gun pointed at me. You know, like what do you do in that situation? How do you react? So it's crazy that you've been in that situation.
Give them your shit. You say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do anything. Here's my stuff.
Once that happens, you freeze.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. You always get this macho man say, come, point the gun at me. I'll show you what I do with you. Or the knife, or whatever.
But in that moment.
At that moment, you just freeze, man. You just, you can't do anything.
Well, you're kind of on the other end of the power. They've got it.
Yes, exactly.
Fight, fright. What is it? Fight, flight, and freeze?
Fight or flight?
Fight or flight or freeze. I think they've added freeze in there.
Yeah, it's not cool.
No. Did you have any medical scenarios or situations back in your home country?
No. I was
healthy.
I was healthy. My dad passed away a few weeks before I immigrated here. And then I found out that I've had high blood pressure after my dad passed away. Currently, my blood pressure is 100%. And that was the only part of my health which was bad.
Sorry to hear about the loss of your father. What has he passed away from?
Kidneys.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or more internal failure.
Yeah. And so has this been somewhat genetic?
No.
So you having the high blood pressure is not necessarily related?
My mum's got high blood pressure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm stable now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. You moved to New Zealand. How did you find finding your footing here?
I think it's hard for every single immigrant to move over to a new country. I mean, you are basically entering somebody else's property and essentially trying to make the most of it. Was it easy? No, not at all. Not at all. We've had to start all over again. You hear of people putting all their stuff in a container. We didn't. We made the decision, sell up, come here and start afresh. And that's the best thing we've ever done.
Healthy bank account when you've come over?
No.
No.
So
how did you find like getting into your first home? Like how does that work when you're over there?
We had to. We came here obviously not knowing where we were going to go, and I was still in South Africa. My wife had to come because my wife was at that stage at the whatever New Zealand was wanting from us as immigrants. When she came here, we started off in Fielding. She actually started off in Auckland, got a job interview in Fielding, jumped on a bus all the way to Fielding, I had the interview, and then went back and grabbed her stuff and came back.
Wow.
She was walking Fielding streets up and down to find a place to stay. And there was this old man, I can't remember his name. Well, that's why you need a wife, because she remembers all this stuff. But he came up to her and said, "Can I help you?" And she was crying and said, "We need a place to stay." And he told her, "God sent you on my way because I've got a perfect place for you."
What was it? Someone he knew?
No, just one of his places that he's renting out.
Oh, he was a homeowner renting out his property.
Yeah, we didn't have money. So he said, "Well, you need a bond." And she started crying and said, "I don't have a bond. I've only just landed in New Zealand." And he went into his back pocket and he took out the $1,500 and he said, "That's yours." And then give it back to me because that's your bond.
Wow. That's a trusting human being.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Shout outs to that
Awesome. Yeah. I don't think he's alive anymore, but he was pretty old then. But yeah, awesome. I will always take my hat off to him.
That's beautiful because that's just a life-changing opportunity that he's provided to you guys.
Exactly, yeah. So my wife started off at this place in Fielding. I can't even remember the name of it. But it's social work. My first job was I was with Acro Scaffolding.
How much longer after that was that?
Probably about, since I landed here, probably about 4 months after that.
Okay. And did you have kids at this stage?
Yeah.
So who brought those kids over?
My kid was from a previous marriage. Her mum has written her off. So I've raised my kid by myself for a little while until I met my wife Sandra.
Yeah. So she's come over when you've come over?
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
How did you kind of find New Zealand when you landed here? What was your first impressions? Is it clean green and
Clean green.
everything that you hoped
Clean
it would
green
be?
and cold.
Cold?
And I landed here in summer. Oh no, actually no, I landed here in winter. It was pretty cold, man.
At least you're up. Did you fly to here, Fielding?
No, we flew to Wellington and then we got picked up by friends that my wife made in Fielding, which was also South Africans.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
So she's really come and laid a foundation down for you.
There's there was a pizza shop in Fielding, which was owned by a South African, and his son went and picked us up from Wellington Airport in the middle of the night.
Wow, that's so cool. South African restaurant in Palmy, Little Savannah. You been there?
Yeah.
You like it?
Cool.
How good is that food, eh?
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Awesome.
It's very pricey,
expensive,
but it's very beautiful cuisine.
but awesome. I mean, I haven't tried every single thing. I mean, I'll go broke if I do that. But, their food's amazing, and it's pretty much South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was just wondering that as we're talking about the South African food earlier, I was thinking, South African, that's Little Savannah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
We
my
used to
favourite
go there
restaurant.
all the time, eh?
Yeah, but its prices are so
Yeah.
pricey.
No, it's awesome. Just make friends. Just get friends from South Africa.
Yep. Well, we've got South Africans at our work. Well, I know there's one. She's South African.
Oh yeah, in Levin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, good people. The food was great, and she's a great baker, so I don't know if she gets that from here or there, but
Our grandmothers used to be great bakers.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So as you progress in our home country now of New Zealand, you've picked up your line of work, and then 2020, 6 years ago, you've hit a roadblock. Can you just talk to us about kind of what's happened there? You've mentioned that first day, you've obviously gone to work, come home. Your bladder's...
So obviously lost my bladder. I got sent home. They had to do like a what they call a TROC. What the whole word stands for, I've got no idea, but it's where they take the catheter out to see if you can actually urinate by yourself, which was a fail.
So how does that feel like? Did you have to pee? Could you feel the pee?
I could feel. Well, that first day I couldn't feel. I just had this massive pain. Massive pain, and I felt bloated.
Where was the pain?
Just basically on your abdomen,
Right.
lower, very low abdomen.
Yeah.
I had no pain on my kidneys though, although at that stage most of my pain was in front, and I think that's what was going through my mind. It's that pain.
When you went home, you said that you hadn't gone toilet, and then your wife had to rush you. What was happening when she had to rush you? Like, what happened to the point that you're like, I need to go to the hospital?
Just pain.
It was just the pain. There was nothing like
just massive pain. Previously I thought I had kidney stones in the past, and I thought that was a kidney stone. And that was what I presented myself as. I think I've got kidney stones. They've immediately, because I was in pain, I was crawling in there. So they took me in immediately, which I take my hat off to them. Because normally you sit in there and you wait and you wait and you wait. They've done a lot of scans. They found that you're supposed to have like only 480 mils in your bladder. That's what your bladder can hold.
Max capacity.
Max capacity. I've had nearly a litre in my bladder.
holy. Surprising. Can they burst? Can your bladder burst?
Yes.
It's surprising that it didn't.
You can die from septicemia. Yep.
Oh heck! So it bursts and then it gets infected.
Yep.
Right, but you would essentially feel it burst, would you not?
I think, I don't know.
Because how fast would you get septic after that?
Pretty fast. Septicemia happens really fast.
Right.
Is that what I was going to get?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I had a ruptured appendix, and same thing. Like, I felt the pain in my centre of my stomach, not the side.
Yeah. That's essentially what they thought first.
Appendicitis?
That's probably why they took you in so fast, eh?
Yeah. I still got my appendix.
Yeah, I don't.
So, yeah.
Yeah, mine ruptured last year, and I was afraid of what you've just said about sitting in the emergency department and nobody sees you, and you know what I mean? So I'd like, my appendix ruptured in the middle of the night, and I was throwing up from the pain, and like I was just, it was excruciating. It was like, I was having like breathing exercises and sweating, and I had to go outside at 2 a.m. And then I went back to sleep because I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't want to go to sit in there for 13 hours. I was like, that's not how I'm spending my night. I'm going back to bed. And I kept playing it off. And I didn't go to the hospital until the doctors and everything confirmed that I had appendicitis and that I was going to be able to be segued straight in. Like, I literally didn't go until I got a doctor's note telling me I could bypass ED and go.
And if you think about it now, it's stupid, eh?
Well, yeah, because I
can die.
I got there and they didn't realise that it was ruptured. And I didn't realise it was ruptured.
Well, nobody will know until
they got in there. Yeah. So I went in for my surgery, and it was supposed to be like 2 hours, and it was ended up being like 4 because they had to clean me all up, and I could have got that septicemia or whatever it's called.
Septicemia,
But same thing. I was afraid of that healthcare system and that hospital network, and I didn't want to sit there and waste my time in that space.
With what happened with me, it made me think your life is worth more than what your brain tells you should or should not do with your health.
That's a cool way to think, because it changed my perspective a lot, especially even just around diet.
Yeah.
You know, like I try to think and, about the impact that it might have to my internals and my insides now, which I don't think I ever really thought about beforehand.
No. I mean, this makes you think of stuff that you've never thought you would ever think about. Yeah.
So you had to have surgery?
I don't know. I mean, I saw a urologist a little bit over a month later. You want to hear something funny, though? The day I presented myself, I had a medical insurance.
Right.
They didn't use it. They just didn't bother using it.
But so is that not for you to make a claim on?
Yeah.
So don't you need to then initiate that process?
No, well, what they should have done was admitted me to hospital. They never did. They sent me home.
Or at least told you to see a specialist or something.
Yes.
Where did you present to, sorry?
Palmy.
Palmy Doctors?
No,
Hospital.
Palmy Hospital.
Oh, Palmy Hospital.
Yeah. So, long story, I was going to get there, but I've actually made a complaint at the Health and Disability Advocacy Service about this whole scenario. And they said that I went in and I said that they should have known what was wrong with me and admitted me to hospital. That's not what I said. I said, because you didn't know, you should have admitted me to hospital.
Yeah. To do further checking until
Because
you're
you didn't
sure.
know, I should have been admitted so I can get tested, get an MRI done. And that never happened.
So that they can confirm it. Because it's
Yes.
like, it happens a lot with like sprained and, but the difference between sprained ankles and broken ankles and that sort of stuff, because like it happens a lot. Like I broke my ankle, but I didn't know until the next time that I sprained it that I'd broken it, because they scanned it, but they didn't pick it up in the scan, or whoever checked the scan
I've
didn't
had
get it. And I went in
exactly
and they're like, there's an old fracture in your ankle. I was like, well, I didn't know it was broken.
Yeah, I've had exactly the same thing. I've
So-
had, actually, just the following Christmas, I broke my foot without knowing that I broke my foot. And ended up two surgeries later.
Wow. It's quite a aggressive outcome.
Yeah.
So back in this scenario, though, so you said it was a TROC.
Yeah.
You had that. It identifies that you have like double as much bladder capacity as what you should.
Yeah.
You probably feel like you need a pee really bad.
Yeah.
I have to ask just openly.
Yeah,
How,
go for
how
it,
does
man.
how does that connect with like your old winky? Like, you know, what's your doodle saying? Is it what's
Now at this stage, I feel like you feel when you want to go and pee. It feels like, you know, your bladder's full. You want to go and pee. I just can't open up. I need to insert a catheter to empty my bladder.
So how far, this is a weird question, but I've not ever seen a catheter, or I don't know anything about them, but does it have to go quite far up, or is like, because like, where does the pee get to before it can't
I actually
come
wanted
out?
to bring one in. I've got some in my car, and I wanted to show you guys, but I didn't know if that was appropriate.
As long as it's not
I would
used.
have said yes.
It's about this long.
Holy heck.
As soon as it goes in, that's what sticks out.
Nah.
Yeah.
And what's that feel like inside you?
You can actually feel it go through the prostate. Yeah.
Every single time you need
Every
to pee.
single time.
See that
5 times a day.
Oh, I feel sick thinking about it.
you go like, so you at this hospital visit, you're saying, hey, something's wrong with me, you've presented, etc. Have they given you a diagnosis
No diagnosis
to this day?
to this day.
So you're having to do this for 6 years
6 years.
and you haven't even been told what is wrong with you.
Instead of had a doctor, a urologist, laughing in my face, telling me that he doesn't know what's wrong with me, and he stormed out of his examination room.
They're dickheads, eh?
Yeah.
I've had my disgruntlements with the medical system as well.
I wonder if like he was so frustrated himself because he didn't know what he's doing, so he took it out on you.
No.
That's no excuse
'cause,
anyways, fuck 'em.
MS was on the table too. So they initially thought that I might have multiple sclerosis, or at least my GP did. So it was hard to get in with a not a urologist, the one working with the brain.
Neurologist?
Neurologist, that's the one. It's hard to get into a neurologist. So essentially I started seeing Maria from the MS Society in Palmy. She's wonderful, man. And if you ever want to do something good, there's a multiple sclerosis golf tournament that you need to
Okay.
look at.
Put my
always
golf
cool.
club to use.
Always played at Palmy Golf Club.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's
Awesome.
cool. We both play golf, so that might be
Yeah.
something we can try and
I
make an event
believe
of.
it's this Sunday.
Oh, damn, we can't do this.
Yeah. But it's once a year.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, awesome. But anyway, so she actually told me, she asked me, is it Dr. Chamisley? And I said, yes. And she said, what a dickhead.
That's what I
Her
said.
words. Her words. Yeah.
So,
So he's known for
not doing a good job.
doing stupid stuff.
Why is the medical insurance not helping you or covering you now? Regardless of that first visit, there's something wrong.
Of a year and nothing happened, no medical insurance, no nothing. I rang the medical insurance, my medical insurance company probably about a week, and I said, look, clearly I need to get an MRI done. Can you please help me with an MRI? They wouldn't, because there was no evidence of a doctor wanting an MRI.
Right.
I know what
you
you're
need
saying.
a referral.
Yes, yes, you needed a referral. And so I said, well, okay, what do you want me to do? And, well, you need a referral. But how can I get a referral if I can't see a specialist? But yeah, so I left it. And then a year in, I actually made the choice of letting it go, because why pay for something that's not being used?
The insurance.
That's fair, because
Right.
you're going to put all that money you've spent for the last year towards it yourself, because
Yes.
they're being useless
Yeah.
and not helping you.
Yes, exactly.
Are you a year into putting this catheter in yourself at this point?
6 years.
6
No,
years.
no. At the point
Oh.
year in, you let the insurance company
Yeah.
go. Are you
Yeah.
already doing that?
Yeah.
Are you doing that from that first presentation? And
From the time that they've taken, from the time I've seen the urologist, which was a little bit over a month, and from the day I presented myself, from the 11th of March.
so you
2020.
presented yourself that day, you get a catheter a month later. How were you peeing in between then?
With the full catheter I was in. So I was carrying a bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's just
Yeah.
life-changing from that day. You don't pee again out your doodle.
Nothing.
Well, it kind of still comes out there, doesn't
Well, you urinate, but
Not your
not by myself.
it?
personal
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to manipulate it to urinate.
Does it-
That's crazy.
So, does it, because obviously, like you said, it's been 6 years, does it get easier to do the catheter?
Yes and no. If you
Why yes, why no?
yes, it's just second nature for me now.
Yeah, it's become
If
normal.
I have to go and pee, just go and do it and end of story.
Yeah.
No, you've got a plan.
Yeah.
We drove to Wellington one day, and I've got my ute and my wife's got her car. And majority of the time we drive with my ute. That day we decided we're going to take my wife's car. Drove all the way to Wellington. We want to go to Golf Warehouse, spend the day at Golf Warehouse and then Waterfront.
You both do or you do?
No, I do.
Yeah.
Golf.
She waterfront.
But both of us Waterfront for lunch or whatever. Got there, and my first thing was I just need to go and empty my bladder so we can have the full day to us, the rest of the time to ourselves. Catheters at home.
What do you do?
Come
Can't.
home.
Do you
You
just
have
have
to
to
go.
feel like you need to pee that whole time?
If you feel like you're peeing and you're holding it in, for as little as a half an hour more, you end up with a urinary tract infection,
Oh,
UTI.
It's
So
like they say it's super bad to hold your pee and stuff, eh?
Yeah.
They say it's
Yeah.
really
And
bad.
in my
for you.
case, it's bad because in my case, if I don't go to the toilet, because my bladder's already, my bladder's like a balloon that deflated. So when you get a new balloon, it's nice and flat. When you blow it up and it deflates, it looks crumbly, and that's what my bladder looks like. So there's no infrastructure or no structure in my bladder. So if there's a problem and I have to hold my urine, it goes up to my kidneys. So my kidneys, I've got to look after my kidneys too. Yeah.
So in these moments, you pop that catheter in. Does it just hit a point where it kind of like it's like poking a hole, and now all of a sudden the pee's coming out?
Yeah.
And
So how it all works is your brain tells your bladder your bladder tells your brain it's full. So your brain tells your prostate you've got to open up now. It opens up and it goes.
once that's in,
No, normal.
Oh, okay.
So normal people.
normal. Okay.
With me, my brain tells my bladder to go or my prostate to open up, but it doesn't.
So have you
Because
had your
somewhere-
prostate checked?
Yeah,
And it's all good?
all good.
Oh, yeah.
At the-
So I was going to say
at
that'd
the
be the
time,
next trip.
At the time, it was enlarged,
And because of the...
but it was inflamed. At this stage, my prostate is 100%. there's no cancer involved.
So I was going to say they would have done all those types
Yeah.
of checks and stuff. They did do those checks when you went in?
They've eventually got an MRI done, and they found in the MRI that I've had cervical stenosis.
So what's stenosis?
It's just on your cervical spine. So this area is your cervical spine. And that obviously got the discs, and then you've got your vertebra. Your vertebra starts deforming, and it starts pushing onto your core. Your what's the
Spinal cord?
spinal cord, and the spinal cord then gets inflamed, and that's where the problem starts.
Oh, so how does it correlate to your bladder, or is it to your prostate?
Because your brain runs through your brain
your nervous
signals
system.
runs through your nervous system.
Right.
Yeah. So I've had a surgery in the hopes of it could have helped with the bladder about 4 months ago, my neck,
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it to release tension or something?
to release tension.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Damn.
It didn't. Oh, about 6 months ago, I was nearly in a wheelchair.
Why?
I couldn't walk because of the impingement on the nerve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just naturally assuming that this is linked.
They just naturally assumed that it could be, but it can be anywhere from my neck to my bum.
Yeah. So you've had that surgery regardless of the bladder situation. You've needed that to correct your walking abilities.
Well, they assume that that's part of my whole problem that I've got was that.
You've had this hope, obviously, you're coming out of that surgery and recovering and you're going to be able to just pee again.
No, I didn't.
You didn't have a feeling that was going to fix it?
I was obviously hoping, but I made peace with the fact that if it didn't, I'm all good with it.
Okay.
What I would like is just a diagnosis,
An answer.
Yeah.
an answer to what is wrong, what took it. Because from there, you can actually make the decision and say, where to from here.
Yeah.
I can't
Are you
do
kind
that
of in
now.
limbo and just living a new life?
I just can't.
Because
Yeah.
what is the steps? So obviously at the moment it's the catheter, but what's the steps to from there if they can't correct the prostate the correlation?
So when I made this complaint against the hospital at the advocacy service, they actually got the hospital to send me a apology letter, 4-page apology letter. And in this letter, they said that I'm actually a good candidate for and this is where I just saw a red thing. I'm a good candidate for a neuromodulator, which is basically a pacemaker in your bladder or next to your bladder. And this pacemaker helps you urinate normal.
So it's got like a level sensor or something,
Yes.
and then it would to make your prostate do what it needs to do.
Yes, exactly.
But
It's not publicly funded.
but
So how much would you
if
have
you
to
have
pay?
medical insurance,
I've had medical insurance before.
yeah, and if you had medical
If
insurance,
they
it would
used
have been
my
funded.
medical insurance, if they've actually admitted me to hospital and they've done the due diligence and did the tests, I could have had that.
What's it cost?
What's the cost of the?
Don't know.
You haven't even looked into funding it.
No, I didn't. Because to be fair, I don't want to. Because it's just gonna make me cry. I mean, I provided for my family and myself by getting a medical insurance,
Yeah.
and they didn't even bother using it. So
It's similar, like you hear, because I work in like a world of finance, and insurance claims and stuff like that obviously get made daily, and there are so many scenarios where they do everything they can not to pay a claim.
Yeah.
Like that's their goal at
Yeah.
the end of the day. They're not saying, hey, be our
Exactly.
insurance customer so that we can give you our money.
Mm.
They're saying we want you so that you can give us
Exactly.
money, but hoping not to have to return
And
it.
the hardest part for us is they're very forceful on making sure that you make every single payment. If you miss a payment,
100%.
you get the fees and everything that goes along with that.
100%.
But then when you need them to pay out because you've paid this, in security that if something goes wrong, you've got that there to help you out.
That's why you get medical insurance, isn't it? To have that security.
Yeah. Especially a foreigner, because you don't have the public health system to lean on naturally, right?
Yes, exactly.
They're not going to fund anything for you. You don't have ACC qualifications.
Until you're a permanent resident.
Resident,
Yeah, you get that funding.
Are you a resident now?
I'm now a citizen.
Citizen? Yeah. Oh, well, congratulations on your citizenship here.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I can't shake your hand for it.
But so that's absolutely crazy. Your life turns upside down one day. You're thinking none the wiser. You go to work. You're not thinking, hey, anything about the fact you haven't pissed today.
Since then, my work also changed.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, are you still in the workforce?
For the last year, I haven't been working.
Is this because of this? Has it impacted that?
As soon as people hear that you've got a bladder issue, they just don't want to hear you.
That's a bit insensitive, eh?
Yeah. I used to work for Diana and Levin.
Diana, yep.
Doing water and sewer reticulation. Mm-hmm. Most of the new connections that since 2 years ago, or since 6 years ago, really.
Yeah.
Most of the new connections done then was my hands.
And have you moved away from that line of work because of this health condition?
I used to get a lot of infections. It's because of the sewer, obviously. So I had to make that mental choice and say, look, enough is enough. With every UTI I'm getting, I'm just putting myself at risk. So I had to make the choice,
So you'll be more like a cleaner workforce. I guess you could do essentially anything other than, because I think most trades you're probably prone to, obviously, even just like the dirt and dusts and chemicals.
I found a job at a trucking company where I was just driving and obviously delivering stuff.
Like courier.
I used to be a courier. Unfortunately, I can't talk about that because there's a court case going in there. But I used to be a courier, and that was perfect. My run that I had, I could speak to one of the garages, and they would, like, it was on Fitzherbert Ave, BP, I think it was, and they made sure that I had a nice clean toilet, so I could use their toilet without even buying anything there. They knew about me.
They're just accommodating you.
They just accommodated me.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
I have to ask, are you having to like lube the catheter before you put it up?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I went fishing one day in Wellington, the Moki competition.
Catch anything?
No.
Damn.
I caught, but not Moki. Yeah. Opened my bag, no lube.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, again, planning.
Your life revolves around it.
Yes. But that's like 4.5 hours drive. No? So what do? So I went to the shop and I bought...
buy some, yeah.
I bought some dishwasher.
Oh.
Dishwashing liquid. It was burning like the rest of the weekend.
I wouldn't have used that.
Yeah, I would have just bought some like the
I had to because there was nothing else. And if I didn't do that, I would rather sit with that than a burst bladder.
At least you knew it was clean
Yeah.
and sterile.
Yes.
But that, I mean, that I personally, in your shoes, would be dreading every single time I needed to go to the toilet. And you're doing that 5 times a day.
5 times a day, sometimes.
In the night?
Sometimes, no. That's the good thing.
You can just empty at the end of the night and then you're done.
Right before I go to bed, and that's it.
Okay.
Because it would be completely empty.
There is the odd night where you drink a little bit more than you should have. And then you wake up in the middle of the night.
That was the question I was going to ask was, do you find yourself underhydrating now because you have to do that all the time?
I used to until my doctor slapped me on the hand and said, no.
It's unhealthy, yeah.
No.
Did you slap him on his hand and say, well, give me a diagnosis?
Well, my GP, Dr. Hanekom from Palmy, he's awesome. I mean, he's the one that said you should get in touch with the Health and Disability Advocacy, you should get in touch with ACC. You should. So he's amazing. I actually saw him today.
Shout out to him.
Which doctor
Yeah,
is
Dr.
this at?
Petrus Hanekom from the Palms.
The Palms. Oh,
Yeah.
we used to be with the Palms, yeah,
Yeah.
until we got into Te Awaho.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Te Awaho? What's it called?
I don't know.
The one in Foxton?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
Who
No,
knows?
he's awesome. So hats off to him.
So is he helping fight your case? Well,
Yeah.
obviously legal situations involved.
Well, without the legal, he told me today, get a lawyer. Get yourself a good ACC lawyer.
Yeah. ACC lawyer.
Yeah.
I've got a good one for you then.
He won his case.
I'll give you a quick brief rundown. I've got more questions for you, but a brief rundown. First and foremost was I ruptured my pec doing bench press. So, bad form or whatever, it's 100 kilos, 8th rep. I do a grade tier or tier 2 rupture in my tendon that goes between my pec and my bicep.
Yeah.
And initially, I didn't want to go to the hospital, so I bypassed all of that. I just went to the doctors. Doctors got me MRI scan, and I was put forward to Waitarere in Palmerston North, and he looked after me as a physio, and I think he referred me through to surgery. And there was like one person in the country that apparently could do this type of surgery that does like the All Blacks and that, because generally it's a surgery, injury that happens on the rugby field.
Yeah.
And I got referred to him, and WINS was supporting it, ACC was supporting it and funding it and everything like that. I was supposed to fly up to Auckland, have 11 nights stay up there, because I had to then have to do post-surgery checkups 7 days after and stuff like that. And they were going to reattach like jewel into my bone and put thread through and reconnect my tendon.
Yep.
And the night before I was supposed to fly up there, once we had organised, because I've got 2 stepsons, so we'd organised with their dad to have this length of time off work to look after the boys. I work in a management position in my office, so I had somebody filling in for my position, and it was going to be like 5-6 weeks recovery or something in total. And that my wife had arranged herself to be coming up there with me, and my other son was going to go to my parents, and we had this whole everything organised for this trip. The night before my surgery, well, the consult that I was supposed to fly up there for, the surgeon flew down to Palmy to see me to say they were going to put me on 8 weeks or whatever, 8 weeks physio program first instead. And I thought, what the actual fuck is this? Like, the night before, I'm supposed to, like, we've got our tickets booked. I've got my time off work. I've got the kids all organised. The hotels are booked up there.
Yeah.
WINS is covered, XYZ costs and that.
I had
Anyway.
the same with Wellington.
Well, and the surgeon, I was like, well, you can tell WINS that they've wasted their money on these tickets of plane flights and plane flights and that. I don't know if it was WINS or ACC that covers all of that. I can't remember. But that was my first fallout with the medical system. And then not long after that, I injured my back, and I thought I had, like, it was really bad. Again, I didn't go to the bloody hospital because I didn't want to be there, but it was excruciating and incapacitating. Like, I couldn't walk. I went to the doctors the next day because I did it on a Sunday, and they told me I had a lumbar sprain, and they said, come back in 7 days' time if it's still bad. And so I go back in 7 days' time and I say, it's still bad, like, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I, on my doctor's notes and that, because I do in the medical court process get all of my notes, I had put it as a 10 out of 10 pain. Like, I've literally sat there and I can't walk. I'm feeling numbness in my left foot. I couldn't stand and put weight on my leg. A 10 out of 10 pain. I couldn't stand up. All the rest of it. They said it was a lumbar sprain. I go back 7 days later. They say I've agitated the lumbar sprain. And then I'm off on my own devices again, trying to live life, thinking I've got a lumbar sprain and I just need to fix it and heal it. And yeah, I think I went back a few months after this, and I go back and I'm like, hey, like, this, something's wrong. I'm still in pain. There's still problems. I can't, like, my left leg has got like weak, like,
Yeah.
and I got shrugged off again. Anyways, I was like, well, I need a true diagnosis, and the doctor was true to his diagnosis of a lumbar sprain. ACC wouldn't help me with anything because my diagnosis was a lumbar sprain, and it had bypassed the 6 weeks it takes for a lumbar sprain to heal.
Yeah.
So ACC were off the table of helping in any capacity. So I ended up having to, I think I went to hospital and I had to go get an x-ray done and stuff like that. The x-ray didn't show anything. So then they were reluctant to give me an MRI scan because they're like, the x-ray didn't show anything. We're not going to see anything on the MRI scan. So now I'm going through the health system trying to battle to get this MRI scan. I ended up having to, I think, pay my own way to go to a specialist in Palmerston North who referred me for the MRI scan. Eventually, they had to open up the diagnosis and look at it as, we're trying to hunt for what this diagnosis is now. So now I've got MRI scan funding. I go get the MRI scan. It shows I've got 2 herniated discs in my lower back, putting impingement on my sciatica nerve. And they're saying that I'm going to have to be referred to surgery. So I'm like, yay, I've got a diagnosis. I've got a surgeon that I'm speaking to, which was I was shitting bricks about because I was like, I don't want a back surgery. That's really extreme.
Yeah.
But I started making progress. And anyways, it got to the point I had to come off work because I couldn't even drive my car. Like just sitting in the car was painful driving to and from A to B. And I ended up having to come off work, and that's when my next stage of the nightmare started, because ACC then refused to fund me coming off work until they had the correct diagnosis. So I couldn't get funded or supported, or my pay when in this a period of me not being able to work. So I had to go on the emergency benefit. And now I'm off work. I'm going through the health system. ACC's again not helping me or supporting me. Like, I'm just saying, well, can I get some physio? Can I get this midi? Can I get massage? Can I get just something to help? And they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Ended up in a 6 to 8 month dispute with them, where I had to go to court with them. And they were leaning on the fact that because I had mentioned that the doctor had asked me, and this is natural question and answer, the doctor had asked me if I've ever had a history of back problems. And I'm just being a full open book. I go, no, not a history of back problems, but I hurt my back at the pig farm when a pig smacked me into the roof of the pen. I don't think I came off work. It was bruised. I had another incident where I was doing squats at the gym, doing 1 rep when I was, younger, and I felt a pinch and it hurt. And the next day it came right. Those are the 2 things I mentioned. Now I've got a history of back pain. So because I've got a history of back pain, they're now going through and using my history to present my diagnosis. Yeah. So now I don't have 2 herniated discs because of that incident in which I went to the doctors and said it was a 10 out of 10 pain, and I presented the next day and they misdiagnosed my lumbar sprain. They're saying that I've got deteriorating spinal columns, and that it's natural for people as they age for their plates or whatever. That's the
easiest
to thing.
Yeah. And
so they had put it down to it's not you can't confirm that the diagnosis was due to this injury, therefore we aren't covering you.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to get my ACC advocate, and they went to bat for me. We went to thing with ACC. We lost the first case. She carried on fighting for me because she believed in what we were going through. She was so awesome for me. She changed my life. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's in my phone, so I will give you her contact.
Awesome.
She's based in Wanganui, and ACC advocate.
Better.
ACC advocate really changed everything for me in this case. So an end result was we ended up in court, and there's a judge external from ACC, and they're trying to give their argument, and it's 25% of people within his age bracket of this to this age suffer from degenerative this and that, and his history of back pain. Yeah. So he could have had this injury that has then caused this to happen, deterioration, blah, blah, blah. I'd literally just come straight back at them. I said, so rather than listening to the facts of this accident in which I presented the day after with a 10 out of 10 pain per the doctor's notes, and it was diagnosed as a lumbar sprain, which is obviously proven to not be the case, instead of looking at that fact, you're putting me in the bracket of the 25% people that might fit into that, and ignoring the fact that I might just be in the 75% that doesn't, and that I had an accident. Yeah. Anyways, we went, so yeah.
Why does it have to be so difficult?
Because they don't want to pay.
They don't want to pay.
Even though every single person that works pays ACC levies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So why? For what? For them to not pay us
Yeah.
when we get hurt?
Yeah.
As I don't
Yeah.
understand.
And then there's something going around where ACC is actually going to take a few people off benefits again.
I don't know.
I just heard it the other day. I'm thinking, why? We're paying you.
Mm.
You know, of course, these people, you know, screwing the system.
Yes. Facts.
But there are those that doesn't.
There's genuine.
And there's genuine cases, and yeah,
In that situation, I was looking to have to pay out of pocket for a back surgery because they weren't wanting to cover me, but that was the only option for my solution of, fixing me. And I was bad. Like, I could be right off. Like, some days I felt like I couldn't stand.
Well,
Like,
with my neck surgery, if I didn't see a neurologist out of my pocket, which cost me nearly $1,000, I wouldn't have had the surgery.
that's what happened. My advocate paid for it all for me. She paid like thousands of dollars for my specialist and surgery appointments. They all obviously had to get rebated and
rebated,
out of the claim. She
Yeah.
believed in my case though. So she fronted those costs. I was on an emergency benefit because I came off work and they couldn't help.
See, I'm not even on a benefit.
Yeah, well, that's even worse. You're just straight living off your wife's wage.
Wife's
that's
wage,
that's
yeah.
because, that's
They
difficult.
won't give me a benefit because my wife's just over the threshold. But still, I mean, yeah,
One income household that's rough.
that's rough.
That's rough. Yeah, I because I got funded by ACC, the decision got overturned by the judge, so they had to back pay me like 22 grand for my period of work that I wasn't covered. But then out of that, it got taxed, so now it was down to like 13 grand or something crazy. And then because I was on the emergency benefit with WINS, I had to reimburse WINS any money that they paid me over that period. So now I had to pay them back like 4.5 grand, and now I've got like 6 grand at the end of my 22.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? But the beautiful thing on the back end of all of that was now I've got a diagnosis. So they've said I've got 2 herniated discs. It was L4 and L5S1, and the ACC within their hand was forced. They had to pay for my physio and my treatment and that. And so the surgeon referred me to a rehab program rather than surgery. He wanted to see if this would help. And so I had to do a 7-month program with TBI Health where it was like I had access to everything. I had like a pain specialist, a physio, a therapist. I had dietitians. I had like PTs, like everything under this umbrella of this rehab program was accessible. They're all like different moving pieces as to how they can help you get back on track. And it's basically like the way I summarized it was it's like deadlifting with a broomstick until you could do it with weights. Like, and it was awesome. Like, the fact that I got that opportunity and I made it through that program. And on the other end of that, I now go back to the gym where 2 years ago I was looking at having to have a back surgery paid out of pocket and nobody was going to help me. So that decision from that advocate fighting my case that overturned it literally changed my life.
Oh, I want a number.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I wish I remembered her name so I could give her flowers, but I will get it off my phone after this and I will give you her name. And you just say that I sent you because I imagine she'll remember me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I worked really closely with her throughout that. She was awesome. She helped me understand everything. She went to bat with all the legal stuff. She translated the legal stuff. She was honest and upfront all the way through. And then
my story's not finished. You'll see.
Yeah, carry on. I want to hear more of yours. Like I said, you've got more to tell. So tell it.
You wanted to ask a question before? And you forgot.
I've forgotten now.
Oh, it's all good. So after about 4 years, I decided enough is enough. I've got to do something about this. And this is when I got hold of Health and Disability Advocacy Service. Through my doctor, though. And they eventually got me to this letter from the hospital saying, we apologize, blah, blah, blah. And then when I obviously saw the red with this neuromodulator that they offered me, I went back to the advocacy service and said, look, it's far from over. They offered me this. I had medical insurance. They could have offered it to me then, which could have been paid through the health and disability. It's the
Insurance.
company, and the health and disability said, out of our hands.
Isn't that what they're there for, though?
I said, well, you're an advocacy service.
Yeah.
You should be advocating for me. I would like to speak to the manager. The manager would be in touch with me within 7 days. I gave them the grace because I know everybody's busy. Everybody's got a busy life. So a month later, I rang them back and said, look, what's happening? Oh, no, your case has been closed. I said, what? I was waiting for a manager to ring me. So eventually I said, I'm not going to stop ringing you until I speak to the manager. You promised me a manager. I'm not going to stop. All I want is a diagnosis. Yeah. Well, eventually they said, after they dropped the phone in my ear, by the way, kept on ringing back, and I made one silly comment, which is not so silly, but it's a silly comment. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go and sit in a corner and die? Because if I don't get a proper diagnosis or treatment, that could very well happen. And they said they can't help. End of story, and they dropped the phone. And they blocked me.
What?
They blocked my number.
The health advocate.
They blocked my number. But that's not all.
Do you know
wait, there's more.
Can I just say, do you know the worst part about that, right, is how massive mental health is for men in New Zealand. And after making a comment like that, you would think the first thing that they would think to do is, well, maybe we should help this guy, because if we don't, something might happen.
Like I said, but wait, there's more. 2 hours later, 2 police officers rocked up at my place.
Oh, they did a health checkup.
Checkup on me. So I said, well, sorry for wasting your time, but I never said I was going to kill myself. I merely asked the question, do you want me to go and sit in a corner and die? And then this girl, the police girl, said, oh, do you want to speak to do you want to speak to somebody? I can't get to the name, but do you want to speak to somebody? She kept on pushing, do you want to speak to somebody? And
like a therapist.
Therapist, yeah. So eventually I said, you know what, go for it. Because she just kept on pushing me on, you need to speak to a therapist. So eventually, two more days went past, and 2 more cops ended up knocking on my door. Oh, we had to pick up your firearms license.
What?
What? Why? Because you want to kill yourself. I said, no, I don't want to kill myself, but this is my firearms license. You can have it. I wasn't going to renew it because I can't use it. I can't go into the bush and hunt anymore. So my aim was not to renew it anyway. I don't own firearms anymore. Oh, yeah, but we've got to go through your house. So I said, go. They opened up every single cupboard door. They even went through my chicken coop.
This is all stemming from that one comment on that one phone call.
That comment.
So do you reckon that once you gave them the go-ahead to organise a counsellor, that was their green light to take your firearms licence because of your mental health?
I don't know, because this is what happened next. They said I've got 90 days to fight it. So I rang them back and I said, look, I am busy fighting the system. Can I have extension? They said yes. 90 days later, I found this email on them sending me an email saying that my license has now been revoked. And the reasons for it is that the 4 cops that was at my house said that I've told each one of them that for the last 6 years I felt suicidal.
Have you?
No.
Have you ever felt that?
No.
Well, you said earlier
once.
as well, you said you're quite a positive, happy person.
I'm a very positive person. Not once have I felt suicidal. Not once. And I've been through a lot with this. I've been through a massive amount, but I've got a hell of a good friend system. I've got a hell of a support system. My wife, my golf buddies. When my wife found out, because she's in the the type of work that she's doing, she asked me the first thing she said was, but they never rung me. They never rung me and asked me how you doing. Not once.
So the judge jumping to
They just
conclusions
jumped
and
to
probably
conclusions.
copy and pasting a process across anybody.
My question regarding the police is, with that 4 cops that was at my place, not one of them had the audacity or the decency to say, hey guys, this isn't what happened. All 4 of them had to sign off on their statement. And not one of them said, hang on, that's not what happened. And this is what I told my wife too, is that I've had massive respect for the police. I've had massive respect for what they're doing. I've lost that in the police.
You lose your trust, eh?
I've completely lost that. I still respect the law. I still abide by the law. But when I see somebody in blues, just don't trust him at all.
Don't feel comfortable.
Don't feel comfortable with him. And it's sad because they're the ones that should be enforcing law. But are they though?
What do you think has kind of created that chain reaction there? Like, why have they, or would they come in to that extent?
Because I wouldn't stop calling them. I sort of irritated them. I wanted an answer.
The advocacy.
Yes.
So they've probably put through like some big report, like that. He's called this many times and this, that, and
They even said in their statement, one of their statements, that I've been they felt intimidated.
right.
And I told him, okay, well, cool. You felt intimidated. I totally respect that. Would you please send me the recordings? Because I am going to take this matter further.
Have you received those?
I've received a transcript instead of recordings.
Right.
So how are you supposed to tell?
Which they've manipulated. Yeah.
Aren't call recordings, aren't you entitled to those?
Yes, you are. So I went to the Health and Disability Commissioner. The commissioner I'm still waiting on.
So when did this process start?
August. July of last year. You know how everybody tells you to go and speak to your MP?
Yeah.
Well, I've made an appointment with Mr. Tim Costley, and I said, look, I want to come and speak to you because clearly there's a problem, and if you can speak to the Health and Disability Advocacy Service, great, it would be awesome, but it's something that I would like you to send to your ministers so they can be aware of this, so something to work on. I went with my case notes, I've asked for my medical notes, clinical notes, which is like an encyclopedia.
Oh no, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I went into his office with all that, and he took one page and looked at it and said, I can't help you.
To the MP?
Yeah, Tim Costley. I said, you haven't even gone through everything. So I had a half an hour with him. It was all over in 5 minutes. So I started, I'll admit, I started pestering him on Facebook because, you know, you should do your job. You're so over your image on Facebook that you forgot about the people that you should be representing. And he blocked me. So eventually I emailed what he should have done. I've emailed Minister Simeon Brown, the Minister of Health. After probably 30, 40 emails I've sent him, I got a reply that he's going to look into the matter. And he, probably about a week later, he said, I've referred you to Sarah Finwick from Palmer's North, or from the Lower North Island Health. They said, because I've lodged a complaint through the Health and Disability Commissioner, they can't help me anymore. So I went back to my doctor, and my doctor said, okay, lodge a complaint at ACC then.
Right.
So now it's with ACC. I'm awaiting from them, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's just,
No.
It's so hard, eh? Like, because the system is such a big moving piece. There's so many moving pieces. You're just like such a minuscule thing on their attention span. Like
You're literally a number.
Yeah, literally.
You're literally a number, and it shouldn't be like that. And for instance, I literally just got my residency. So this was like 9 years ago now. I went into the doctor's room in Fielding and I said, I've got this weird thing on my face. And he looked at me, he touched it and he said, oh no, that's just dry skin. Just use more moisturizer. No tests, no nothing. Melanoma. That's why I've had the skin graft done.
I didn't even notice it until you pointed at it.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask.
Yeah. Skin graft
Yeah.
for melanoma. I saw the doctor this morning or this afternoon. There's some on this side too, which is going to be taken out on Thursday morning.
Well, I hope that goes okay for you. Do you have to do like a chemo treatment when it's melanoma?
It's not that stage yet.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was going to say unfortunately, it's not that stage yet. I'm praying that it won't get to that stage.
What does it feel like? Like, what you said dry skin or something?
Literally, it's that there. Just looks like dry skin.
Yeah.
This one here, though, became like a big, yucky mess.
Yeah.
And smelled like rotten feet.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long did you have to have that for?
Well, I've had that for probably about 4 months until they. I went and saw my doctor, Dr. Hanegom, for totally something different. And he looked at this and he said, nah, that's got to come off.
At least he's proactive about it.
And months later, it was gone.
Yeah. So the medical system, because you said the first time you went in, dry skin, they overlooked it.
Yeah.
Did it develop any further or anything like that because of that misdiagnosis at the beginning?
Well, if they've done anything, if they send me away for tests, like with this one here, they've done a biopsy.
Yeah.
And they said it's still there, but they believe or they're hoping that they got everything, which obviously they didn't. So, but they've done something about it. With this, nothing.
Did you find out about that today, did you say?
Well, this year. I knew it was melanoma. Just went and saw him because it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it sore?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not sore at all.
Oh, okay.
But you've got to look at it because if it spreads,
Yeah.
it can become fatal.
Yeah. So yeah, you've gone through hoops. You've been
massive
stuck for
hoops.
answers. I bet you feel like you're a one-man army against the machine.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm a fighter. Not just fighting with fists, fighting with hope. I'm a Christian, and I believe that God works in mysterious ways. But He's also put the power in your hands. And if you're just going to sit still and do nothing about it, where are you going to end up?
Must be testing on your faith, though, surely, this time period of being stuck.
Yeah, I would say yes. But do you think it's making you sick on purpose as a test?
What about the answers?
The answers is yeah.
I can imagine that being even more testing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even have to imagine. I've been in that situation, like I said, and it's hard because it feels like nobody's listening to you, and it feels like you talk to somebody different every time, so you're re-explaining yourself all of the time.
What I have done now was I would note who I'm talking to so I can try and get back to that same person. ACC is not that easy because they've got so many people working for them. It's just unreal.
But shouldn't you get a case manager?
You do have a case manager, and in my case, her name's Lucy, and I've been told by her manager that she's the most senior person there and she knows what she's doing. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Yeah.
I feel that. Like I was saying as well, before we started, you asked about the golf glove. And I said there's a few reasons I wear it, but one of them is because I've been diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture. But a situation with that.
Can I ask what it is?
Essentially what it is it's the tightening of the palmar fascia, which is the layer of skin between your skin and your ligaments and that. So you can see like the tendons and that have all tightened, and it's causing my fingers to kind of curl inwards.
Yeah. There's a guy living just down the road from you in the cul-de-sac. Exactly the same thing. His fingers like that.
Yeah, and that's the situation is apparently you have to wait for it to get like that before they even do anything. Yeah. But I've been misdiagnosed and through the system for the last 2 or 3 years trying to work this one out because it's painful. Obviously, it's putting tension and pressure, and I'm always having to try and take my fingers out, and it is incapacitating sometimes, and it's sore and it looks annoying, you know, that's why I wear a glove, you know, aesthetically pleasing. This looks better than a, you know, tight hand that's fucking curling inwards. But it's the hoops I've had to go through, and initially they thought it was carpal tunnel, and I had to get it was almost like a little mini car jump starter kit, and they were putting it on my arm and like putting the wires and then like doing battery tests and they're trying to work out my nerve conductions and stuff. And
nerve conduction test is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so I went and did that, and I had to wait for the results and stuff. And they phoned me up, and they were about to get me in to have my carpal tunnel surgery. They're like, "Oh, we've got an opening. You come in next Tuesday." And I'm like, "I haven't even got the results yet to tell me that it is carpal tunnel." Like, they're like, "Oh, we might have jumped the gun." I'm like, well, fuck if I didn't say that. Was I just getting surgery for nothing? You didn't even check with the person that did the test. So I was lucky that I jumped in, and I was like, why am I getting the surgery before I got the answers with the results? Then they come back and they're like, oh, it's not carpal tunnel because this nerve and this result and this, that. So now I'm going back through the system, through. Now I'll get, my latest is I was at the orthopedic surgeon, I think, the orthopedic, having consults with him. And he's thinking the hand situation is caused from compression because they did an MRI on my neck and my elbow, my arms, and they thought it might be due to compression on the nerve on the spine, which was why I understood what you were saying. And, you know, that went from him going, well, if it's not that, then it's not whatever orthopedic surgeons can help with. So he referred me to the neurologist, and now I'm getting talked to and tested by the people that think about nerves or whatever they do. And then she goes, oh, well, I can't help you because it's probably this Dupuytren's contracture. So she puts me back to the orthopedic surgeon. So now I have to go back to the orthopedic surgeon and go, hey, it's me again. The person you sent me to sent me back to you. And he goes, oh, well, I can't do anything with you, so I'll send you down to Wellington. Now I'm just on a waiting list, referred to Wellington Hospital for the last 6 months. And it's been a 3-year process. So I'm in it right now with that.
Exactly. I mean, with me again, The urologist told me into my face, laughed into my face and said, he doesn't know. What kept him from saying, hey, I've got no idea what's wrong with you, but I'm going to find out and I'm going to speak to colleagues or whatever the case might be. Why couldn't he do that?
Because you're a number, though. Because he's got another appointment. It is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Maybe it was his last day.
Maybe he's a dickhead.
I've had workers before though, and they just give up when they know that they're done. They just give up. But
he's still there. In fact, probably shouldn't say this, but he's head of his department at Crest.
Oh, so he's supposed to be top dog.
Oh, so he's Crest. Is Crest private as well?
Yeah.
Isn't private supposed to be better? Supposed to be where you go to get the results.
Yeah, but he wasn't with private then.
Right.
So which makes me wonder, is it actually, is the doctors actually thinking of their back pocket instead of the patient?
Well, you'll have the right, sometimes you'll have the wrong people in there for the right reasons and the right people in there for the wrong reasons. If that makes sense.
What peed me off most after that was the male nurse said, oh, sometimes you're just born like this.
But if you're born like this, it would have been from the start, though.
Exactly.
Have you, nearly snapped at any of these people at any of this process?
Oh, yeah. No, I have. I mean, I get frustrated.
The high blood pressure wouldn't help.
I don't have high blood pressure anymore, but I actually went to the Palms this morning or this afternoon, and I said I would like to speak to this, and this, because I know I've snapped at them before. And I actually apologized to their faces, and I said, look, I'm sorry for being who I was. I am frustrated. I'm still frustrated, but I just want to apologize.
It's a decent human being thing to do.
Yeah. So
did they accept it?
Yeah. Well, they go through it with every other patient too. So
yeah, but 6 years, I can understand you having that feeling of fighting this battle alone, or people not wanting to help and not understanding. And I honestly, I remember when I was written off on my back, it was like only I was suffering, that nobody else could feel what I was feeling. Like,
well, that's what it feels like, isn't it?
Yeah.
That, I mean, you totally feel like you're on your own.
Yeah. I'm leaning on my wife, and I love my wife to bits, and she is awesome and supportive. But, I think it got to the point where it's just same shit, different day. Like, she doesn't want to hear about my back anymore. But it's like destroying my life.
Yeah.
Like, I can't function.
And you also want to, you don't want to burden your wife too much. I'm sorry. So it comes to a point where you say, look, I don't want to talk to my wife about this anymore because I don't want to burden her. She's already got so much at work or whatever the case might be. I don't know your wife at all, but you get to a point where you say, I don't want to burden them. So you try and keep it to yourself. In my case, I've got a good friend system. I'll go and talk to my friends about it. And we make fun about it.
It's good that you can do that too.
Yeah. And we make fun about it. Old Sammy boy. Idiot. If he listens to this.
Shout out to Sammy boy.
Sammy and Fuzz. But yeah, I mean, and having a good friends support system is a must, man.
Absolutely.
You've got to have a friends a support system.
I was lucky enough that my friends at the same time were all having back problems. So like my bro Logan, he had, and this is crazy. He went to the doctors, had said, I don't know exactly the whole story, but it's something down the lines of oh no, this wasn't Logan, this was Gavin. I had a couple mates at the same time, back problems. We were all talking about being old men together. But he had hit a bump in his truck while delivering a washing machine or something like that. But I think he said that he hurt his back when he hit the bump. And ACC covered his claim, no problem. Meanwhile, I'm like, I completely destroyed my back lifting. Well,
yeah.
I actually was having sex, but
I was going to say,
it was adventurous sex. But I hurt my back in a physical thing. And they were trying to put mine down to being because of a history of back pain and natural deterioration and degradation. And I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think because it wasn't at work that's why? So his was at work and yours wasn't, so then they were trying to
I don't think
piece
so,
around it?
because I've hurt myself in other means in the past. Like, for example, there was a fight I got in and I hurt my hand, and this was in a weekend. And when I had gone to the doctors, I'm pretty sure I had just said that it was from punching the boxing bag. That's not at work. But I was still covered ACC, could get all the, access to everything that I needed.
Well, if you think about this, look back on all the ACC advertisements. They would be at home opening up a sheet and they say, have a Or if you go and do sport, we need you, have a
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're
they're allowing the idea of, hey, you don't have to be on the workplace to suffer this injury.
Yeah.
It just obviously changes the circumstances in the workplace and employers' involvement in the situation. I do have to ask, speaking of sex, does that impact your sex life at all?
A little bit, yeah.
How so?
No erection.
Oh, well, that sounds like a lot of it.
No erection for a long, long time.
6 years?
Yeah. Oh, no, not quite 6 years. Probably the last 2, I would say.
So, and you can't use
It's back now after my neck surgery.
Oh, wow.
But
nice.
not as much. Not like it should be.
Can you get the pills or anything like that? Does that help or nothing?
We haven't done yet.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the surgeon again on the 2nd of February. And my doctor just confirmed today that I will be going from another MRI because I still have a lot of pins and needles on my left arm going down, a little bit on the right arm, and numb toes. Yeah. And the sore neck still.
Yeah. And so it could be, it hasn't gone
So,
fully recovered, and that's why it's still impacting you?
Initially, they were going to take remove 4 of the vertebra. They just removed 2, which I understand, because if they remove 2 and it's fine, then there was no need for removing 4. But now, obviously, it shows that they was gonna have to remove more.
Yeah. Is there? I know you don't want to get your hopes up. Is there a chance you get the other 2 taken out in your bladder function?
Well, they asked me when I spoke to the medical staff in December. They asked me, "Did you get your bladder back?" So clearly, they are
Thinking it might happen.
Thinking about it. So, yeah.
So is the erectile dysfunction, might as well just use that title, is that getting caused from this neck impingement, or is that
Nerves.
bladder related potentially?
No, neck impingement.
Nerves, eh?
Nerves.
So was that caused from an injury, or did that just happen?
No, they called it age. I was going to touch base on that.
I remember the question I was going to ask.
They said age, and then the next doctor said, "Oh no, you're too young for this." So contradicting themselves too.
So I was going to say, you know how they said it was nerves. Prior to you losing your bladder, did you notice anything in regards to the numbness, pins and needles,
Not
anything like that?
Actually, going to think about it, yes, I did feel. I was working for Higgins at that time. No, because I already lost my bladder then. So no, your answer is no.
No?
What I did feel, what I did experience was that I have gone to see the doctor about this. I said that I told him that I'm struggling with my urination. I would urinate more frequently now for some reason. And they just said, no, it's maybe just age related or whatever. Can't even remember, but he sort of.
They didn't test you for like diabetes or anything like that?
Nothing.
Because that's normally what they would do when it comes to urination.
That was also part of my my thinking.
Yeah.
When MS came on the table, and again, friend system. My friend Sam, he's got multiple sclerosis, and everything I told him of what I'm experiencing, he said, "That's MS, man. Everything you're telling me is multiple sclerosis."
Are you maybe still thinking that is the case? Is there a chance that is the diagnosis?
That Parkinson's.
What's the channels of getting those diagnosed?
A neurologist.
Right. And so that's who you are meeting with.
And I've also found out now that there's a slim chance that so with multiple sclerosis you've got to have lesions on your brain, right? Your brain or your spine. And in my case there's none. They don't show any lesions apart from the lesion where they saw the stenosis or the myelopathy that they say.
Is it a lesion?
Lesion.
What's
so
that?
they call this also a lesion. So it's a bruise or
just a mark.
Mark, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't see any lesions on my brain or spine, but through all my testing and speaking to people, speaking to doctors from overseas, you don't necessarily have to show a lesion to have multiple sclerosis. I've spoken to a guy in America who's also lost his bladder, but he's also in a wheelchair now. He didn't show any lesions. He's got multiple sclerosis.
Is there a shortened life expectancy with that MS?
Again, yes and no. The different MSs. You've got oh gosh, I didn't prepare for this. You get a MS where you get attacks all the time, so your attacks don't you don't get better from your attacks. That's progressive MS. Yeah, that's one, progressive. And the other one is remittent MS, something like that, yeah.
Because MS was actually on the list of things that they were trying to look into with my diagnoses for my hand, for example.
Yeah.
Because like I've lost strength for my hand. I actually find going back to the gym has helped more than anything that they've offered, because it's just using it and it's, you know, building its own strength and that.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things they were ruling out with myself.
Yeah, so MS, Parkinson's, and the other one, I can't remember what the name was.
These are potential diagnoses for yourself.
Yeah.
Like off camera, you had highlighted the Waitarere shooting recently.
Yeah.
Do you want to just speak on that and your thought process?
Again, if the police did their job, if the health system did their job, he was due in court on the same day of the killing.
Right.
What for?
Family violence.
Ah.
Yeah.
From
And
recently.
just for the record, this was all on Facebook. That's how I know about it.
Yeah.
I've seen it on Stuff News.
Yeah.
So did he shoot them?
Yeah.
He shot his
He
partner.
So he had a weapon.
Yeah.
He had license. Gun license.
My experience would be a 22. I would say it's a 22 because don't necessarily hear a 22 go off.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, like you said earlier about how you made that one comment and they came around and took your gun license off you.
They confiscated a gun off his property that day.
Yeah,
and he had another
dismantled one. Yeah.
So the police, it was a family.
And illegal too.
Yeah, he didn't have a
And
gun license
illegal
because he had it taken off him in the past. So.
Yes. So which means that he was supposed to be arrested there and then. They never did. So that could have been avoided if the system did their job. Whether it was through police, whether it was through the health system, whether it was through mental health. If they did their job, and those three people that's critical in hospital at the moment can still lose their lives.
I don't know where they're at the moment with how they're going, but
they're pretty quiet at the moment with that.
I saw that I think it was his sister said that he was troubled or something. Was he in the army or something?
Yes.
He went
He was to Afghanistan.
Yeah. So then was he doing therapy or whatnot?
See, that's the part of that we don't know. And if he did get therapy, good. But it wasn't
it
enough.
doesn't matter
It
anymore.
doesn't work.
Doesn't matter.
Because he's gone. He died.
Yeah, he killed himself. Yeah. Even if it didn't work, they should have said, "Look, this man is a danger to himself and to others. You should do something about this."
If there was a red flag.
Considering he had already been being charged for domestic violence, I don't understand how he was out where the family was. Was he not staying there with them or what?
We will never know.
Don't know all the details.
We will never know. But the fact that he was due in court tells me that he should never have been with a family.
Yeah.
In the first place.
Clarification for anybody tuned in, not local to our area, was just our neighbouring suburb, Waitarere Beach. There was a shooting and the man had shot his partner, his two stepkids, and killed himself. But I'm supposed to say unalived. That's the term they use for that now. But
Unfiltered.
Yeah, true. But just crazy, because I mean this is off the back end of the Sanson situation, and that was just a few months.
Just a few months apart.
Few months.
Scary to think.
These are both so close to home.
Again, I mean, I still want to read up more on the Sanson case, because was he troubled? And if so, again, why wasn't anything done about it?
Apparently it was them, I think, breaking up and...
Yeah, but so was the other one.
Is it?
They were also apparently breaking up. Separating, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've kind of got goosebumps though. Like, can you see that?
Yeah.
I've got goosebumps just thinking about this, being so close to home and everybody's been impacted.
So the same week that Waitarere beach shooting happened, there was also a shooting up in Palmy.
Oh, I
at,
do.
That
By the
same
Z.
night, yeah.
Z and Pioneer.
Yeah, that same day.
Same day.
Did anyone
Yeah,
get
and
shot?
then
Yep,
then
they got
again,
injured.
yeah, and then again that night too.
In Palmerston North?
Yeah,
What the fuck? And Levin's had a lot of gunfire and
Yeah.
shootings and drive-bys and that
Yep.
happened in recent times.
yes.
Oh, shit.
Ban guns. No.
That doesn't help. That's what people try to do and it doesn't fix it.
No,
the,
it's-
the
it's
people
not
that
the-
aren't
it's-
supposed to have guns
It's not
get
the
them.
guns. It's Albanese said something on Facebook today. They said that we're trying to get dangerous guns off the streets. There's nothing dangerous about a gun. It's
the
a person behind the gun that's
yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the gun.
I know you've never felt suicidal through all of this, but have you felt that anger where maybe you don't want to aim the gun at yourself, but you could aim it at somebody else?
No.
So
No.
what?
I've always felt anger towards people not treating me like I should be treated, but not once have I felt I should point a gun at somebody.
Have you ever felt like it's because you're South African, not from New Zealand? Have you ever thought that about it like that?
No, that's never been in my thoughts. What was in my thoughts was if I still was in South Africa and this
Would it have been
would have
done?
happened in South Africa, I would have been in my coffin.
Why?
Oh, really? Is
Because
it
of the
really,
health
really bad
system.
over there?
The health system is bad there.
So even though you're getting put through the ringer here, you're probably better off even still
You're
being
still
here.
better off, yeah. To be fair, if I know I made arrangements so I don't sit with this sort of stuff by having a medical insurance. I made the planning for that sort of stuff, and that still didn't happen, and that is what made me angry. That is what.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
I was
you
going to
go
say,
for
was
it.
that because obviously you moved over here not long after your dad
Father,
passed
yeah.
away? Was when you moved over here, was that because of that? Because of the family history? Were you like, I need to get medical insurance just in case I have something similar?
No, because in South Africa we've got private hospital insurance, or which we called medical. I can't even remember now, but yeah, it's the same thing, medical insurance. And then you get your private system, and your private system is really bad, really, really bad. But you've also got levels of your medical insurance, like you've got here.
like tiers.
Yeah, tiers. So on the low tier, you've only got certain doctors you can see, certain hospitals you can go to. But I think the level of, and this is where I take my hat off to the New Zealand health system, is every 3 months my catheters is on my doorstep. I mean, I believe there's something like 30 catheters in a box, and there's like 12 boxes.
Can you don't
You can
reuse
do
them,
that.
eh?
No, you chuck them after use. Yeah,
Has it ever made you bleed?
yeah.
Is that just like going up wrong?
Just especially when you have hold out for too long, your bladder puts a lot of pressure on your prostate, so it's a bit difficult to go in. But I've also learned to deal with that. So I would just go and sit on the toilet and just relax. I would drip away until it gets to a point where my prostate is relaxed enough for me to put the catheter in.
I'm so sorry you've had to
it's
deal with this literally life-changing,
Yeah.
devastating diagnosis.
When this all happened, we made a decision to start a business for myself. That's gone under. I've bought a franchise. This franchise owner saw me in Mitre 10 one day, and he went off on me. Like, he made a video clip and said, "Oh, so you can walk, blah, blah, blah. You lied about this, blah, blah, blah." And this was literally just after I had my surgery.
Your recent surgery?
My recent surgery. And I actually turned around and showed him. I still had a massive scar. Nothing. He just kept on going at me. I mean, my business gone bankrupt because of my whole situation.
Yeah.
And I can't do the type of work that I could before. I get tired really, really easily. I can't lift my arms up higher than my shoulder line. Doing hard physical work. I'm busy renovating my house. It takes me ages. It takes me ages to do that sort of stuff. But I'm still out there. I'm still doing stuff.
You're obviously not letting it defeat you.
No.
I can tell your mental state. You're
No.
like, you know, like you came in here saying you're a 10, you're a positive.
Yeah. I mean, I feel absolutely amazing. I would love to go camping longer than just a weekend. It's just so difficult because I've got to take all my catheters with and going overseas now. How am I going to go overseas? So how am I going to visit my daughter in Ireland?
You can't take them on the plane?
Yeah, you can, but if anything goes wrong, say I take 2 boxes with me, which is what, well, in that case, I'll need to take probably about 4 or 5 boxes with me. But if I get a UTI, I can go anywhere up to about 15 times a day.
Oh.
So if I get a UTI and I go through all my catheters, what then? What do I do then? If I go on a road trip to Taupo and from Foxton, and I get there and I realize, damn it, I've got my catheters at home. It's okay to drive from Wellington to home, feeling like you need to urinate for the whole time. But from Taupo or from Hawke's Bay,
can you go to like a could you go to like an after hours? Would they have them or no?
I have done that once, but the catheters is different. The catheters is like really, if you hold it, so if you hold my catheter in your hand just like that, it's just a straight tube and it's just sitting there. Their catheters is like floppy and you can't do it yourself, not with those catheters. Yeah.
It's an inconvenience to your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah. And if they've done their job right from the word go, and I still couldn't, they still say argument's sake that it is because I've got a sickness that can't be healed, I would have made peace with it. I've made peace with it now. I've made peace with the fact that I would never be able to get my bladder back. But I don't know. I don't know if there is if there would be a positive outcome, because nobody has done anything to tell me that there could be a positive outcome.
And it could be like, if you get that diagnosis, once you have a true definitive diagnosis, now what's the solution? What's the medical treatment? What's the solution at that point?
Yeah.
So it's just you're in limbo until you get that. So I really hope
there's no end goal. Eh?
Yeah, I really hope that isn't a forever wait for you. I hope you get an answer, and I hope it's sooner rather than later.
I hope so too.
I very much, I'm sorry to hear of what you've been experiencing, how the system has let you down. Like I said, we're just 2 people sitting in a room. We've both got similar, not to the same extent, but in terms of like the impact it's had and the flaws in it, how many more people can you put in a room and they've got similar stories?
Yeah, well, I would like to raise awareness on this, and I would like to start like a Facebook page and a website. I'm tech savvy is just not my game, so I've got no idea where to start or where to go or who to speak to.
Yeah, but if you've got the ambition, there's a lot of people out there that I can imagine have had similar experiences.
Yeah, so I would like to start raising awareness on this stuff, and it's probably not going to do anything to the health system itself, but the more people we can get on board of this, even if we can get like a a journalist that can write about this. Or I've just said something on somebody on Facebook who lives in Wanganui the other day who's got a medical issue where he's taking them to court. So you've taken them to court. He's taken them to court. And this is just this one small little Manawatu area. And how many more still is there?
Yeah. And what you're saying in terms of raising awareness, it might not be able to fight the machine, but you can give people that don't have hope somewhere to go
And
so that
tell
they don't
them
feel alone.
there is hopes.
Yeah.
There is hope. Just, killing yourself's not an option.
No, here's the tools. This is I've gone through this.
If you want to talk about this, I'm there. Talk to me.
Have you tried to go to the media? Have you tried to talk to Stuff News and New Zealand Herald and all that?
I've sent them emails upon emails upon emails. Mike Hoskins, Paddy, you name it.
Haven't heard anything back?
Nothing. They're just not willing to talk about the health system at all.
How much money do you think you've poured into it out of your own pocket?
Oh, thousands, man. Thousands.
It's hard when you're not able to work as well.
Yeah.
Where's those money coming from, eh?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
tight pockets.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I do hope there is an outcome at some point. I will get you that number when we're finished
Awesome.
up. Out there at the moment, you've just put it out there. If there's people that want to hear your story, journalists or people that want to help
Please
maybe
do.
with your
Get in
awareness
touch.
support group that you want to create, what's the way for people to contact you?
My number is 022. So I should probably say that a little bit slower. 022 1600 754. And my email address is johan.tait6@gmail.com.
Perfect. So you guys heard it out there. If you guys have had a problem with the health system, the medical network has let you down, let us know. We want to hear your story because we want to make sure that we ain't the only ones and we're not alone. I imagine there's probably other people tuned in that maybe are sitting at home going, shit, the system let me down. The doctor said this and they didn't diagnose this and I ended up with this.
Or if there's somebody that can get in touch with me and say, look, I can help you with a website or
Absolutely.
Even a
page.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
Facebook page is a relatively easy opener.
Yeah, it's just, there's, I don't know if there's stuff that I can do and can't do.
Yeah, like legalities and
that sort of stuff, yeah. So, it would be absolutely awesome if somebody can get in touch with me.
If anybody out there is listening, it's your chance. Tune in, touch base. He's put his details there. You may be able to help take this to the next step. We like to generally ask this question, so I'll jump the gun and ask it. What is your thoughts on the Making a Statement podcast now that you've sat here with us?
Awesome. Absolutely. Before this, I was thinking maybe I should do like a podcast type of thing to raise awareness. Like I said before, I hate my voice. I hate my own voice. So that's probably something that kept me from doing it. But yeah, man, you're doing an awesome job.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully there's somebody out there that has listened through to this point. It's the very end of the podcast. If you have, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and comment. Like I said, if you've been through your own situation, let us know. We want to hear it. Other than that, let us know your thoughts, your feedback. We're about breaking the stigma. That's what I hope we're doing in this space. The medical system does have stigma around it. People probably feel like they're lone wolves, and we're out here telling you you're not alone. Do we have any questions before we wrap up? Cuzzy DJ? Brother E?
Don't think so. Not at this point.
No, you have any questions for us, bro?
No, I'm good.
You good? We like to wrap up with what we're grateful for. So, I like to say kind of, the week that's been and reflection of where you are right now. What are you grateful for?
I'm alive. I'm doing things. It could have been so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I mean, on my surgery table, they said 50 wheelchair or not.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I can still swing a club.
Yeah.
Not that it's the best, not that I'm able to do my best on it.
The little things in life.
I'm grateful for getting in the car, go fishing, or go and see my family.
Yep. Yeah, I think of myself, I'm going to skip the gun actually, I want to say it. I'm grateful for my mobility and my recovery, because I sit there in the gym so often and I'm reminding myself, don't push too hard, go too far, because I don't want to go backwards.
Yeah.
But I'm in there and I'm like, I'm making the most of this because I didn't see myself coming back. When I was at my worst, my back injury, and you start to lose that hope, it's daunting, and it is an ugly space.
It's easy to lose hope.
Yeah.
It's easy. These days where will go to my wife and say, I've had enough. I don't know how much more positivity I can have on this. And then I will go to bed and wake up the next morning. I'm just
fresh again.
Not just fresh again. I will have more oomph to go and say, today I'm going to fight even harder for what I should have had in the past.
I remember so vividly, we were driving into Palmerston North and I was in the passenger seat, and I think I might have been going to MRI scan or physio appointment or whatever it might have been. I can't remember, but it's something to do with the back injury. And on the way there, I remember a young fella walking across the road that we stopped for at the traffic lights, and he had one leg, and he made his way across the road. And I thought, he doesn't even have a leg. What am I? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
At least I've got both my legs.
Yeah.
I remember that moment, and I just had so much appreciation for what I do have.
I mean, we've got a guy in fielding who's got only one leg and playing golf.
Yeah.
We've got a guy in fielding who's only got one arm. Well, he's got a weird little arm, but he's only swinging club with a one arm.
And they make it work, eh?
I take my hat off to them because they are positive.
Mm-hmm.
They're still out there doing things, even though they've got their own little problem.
Facts.
And that's what life's all about. Life is as challenging as you make it.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got challenges, you challenge it back. And you fight and you live more.
I've got tattooed on my ribs, and it was a Hobson. I don't know if you'll know who he is, but he's a rapper. And it's the lyrics of his, living is naturally hell. You have to work to put a smile on. Yeah. And I feel like that's a true testament and statement. It's like life's what you make it.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything with your life, it is going to be a shit life.
Yeah.
But you work your ass off, or you stay positive, or you persevere.
Exactly.
You're going to have a good one.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know how to emphasize this. There's nothing in life worth less than taking a life or your own.
And it's a good closing statement, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, life is precious, man. Even though we're going through hell and back, you've got to love yourself.
For somebody in your shoes, is something I heard recently. I've been through hell, so heaven must exist.
Amen.
I thought that you'd resonate with that one. Cuzzy
Amen.
DJ TJ, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for. Oh, hold on. I'm grateful for you reading my mind right now and ending it because I kind of need to go toilet.
Me too, but
also I'm grateful for my partner because I'm pretty sure she's already made dinner for me and I'm hungry. Yeah, that's what I'm grateful for.
Johanna, brother E, what are you grateful for?
A lot of things.
Name one.
I'm gonna say my wife again. I say this every couple of weeks. She just makes life that much easier for me. I think, like I explained on the last podcast, going through a bit of a health up journey this start. Well, I actually started before the new year. It wasn't a new year choice. It was just in general wanting to be healthier. I think, like you guys were saying, yous have gone through things that have made you want to do things more because you know what it's like to not be able to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas I, especially being empathetic, I take on other people's things and that makes me want to do things more. So like whenever you're going through the thing, because you're always bloody going through something, whenever you're going through something, it makes me want to be able to do things. So it's like I saw Nan at Christmas and her hips really sore. And then I was like, man, that sucks. Like I know that one day I might be like that. So now I'm like real into getting back into like running and eating healthy, and it's taken up time because it is more time of my day that, you know, like that I got to do. So I've set up a home gym and stuff, but Shania's doing like watching the kids so that I can go and do that. So she's taking more time out of her day to let me have the chance to go and do that, because it helps me clear my head in that. So, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have her.
Yeah.
You're not going to the gym with Angus in the mornings anymore?
No, I set it up at home. It just, again, then I got a bit more time in the morning, because then if I'm there, because I would have been living at 5, whereas son wakes up at like 5:30 to 6, so I get to at least see him a little bit in the morning before I go to work. The girls aren't, but they obviously stay up later, and I get to play with them a bit more when I get home from work, because it's kind of like his bottle chill time, and he normally does that with Naya while I do things around the house. So, yeah. But again, like I say, I wouldn't have been able to do anything without her. So I'm grateful.
I mean,
I like how you like, you know, it does take time. It takes sacrifice, like discipline. And I remember we had just relaunched the podcast, and at this point I hadn't returned to the gym after my surgery for my appendix rupture yet. And I remember dreading that return, because I was thinking, how am I going to fit gym into my schedule on top of everything else that we're doing? And we're so busy, and I'm already flat tack with time, but it's just a matter of you make time, eh? Like, you have to. There's no way around it. If you want it done, you got to make the time to get it done.
And even if you feel like crap, even if you're like, man, I really don't want to do it, just even getting out and stretching and doing even a warm-up is more than sitting there and not doing it. Even going for a walk down the street and back, that's still better than not doing it. Like, you just, especially like when you're fatigued, like that sort of thing, you've done a workout the day before. Like, I did that 10K, and then the next day I went out and did a workout in the garage, but I didn't want to. Definitely didn't want to. I was buggered after that. I actually figured out that you're not supposed to do what I did. I did it fasted. In the morning, I hadn't eaten. So by the time I got back, I was buggered. I felt sick all day. I like slept like everything. Like, it wrecked me. And then the next day I was like, man, I really don't have the strength to go out. I literally picked up the lightest weights I had and just did as many reps as possible, did as many exercises as I could, hit the bag for like 15 minutes, and that was it. That's all I could do. But I still managed to get out there and do it. And then afterwards, I was stoked. I was happy with myself.
On my rehab program, they drilled into me that even if like I'm having a flare up or I'm incapacitated in a sense or whatever, still go and be in the environment. Like, just go make your way. They said, even if you, like, you know, you're feeling sore or your function's less than today or whatever, go to the gym still, because while you're there, you will either just sit, stretch, and just feel at peace that you went, or you might find yourself forcing yourself to do something light that you can capable or manage, which is all better than not doing anything at all, which can create that routine of not going. And I was thinking today, I was at the gym, and because obviously yesterday was public holiday for us, Wellington anniversary, I was at the gym, and I was thinking the only time off I have from the gym is if I don't go to work, because if I go to work, on my lunch break, I go to the gym, and that's like without a doubt, like I don't miss it. So if I go to work, I'm going to the gym because that's how I've kind of fit it into my schedule. But I'll sit and land on and finale on excuses or results. You can't have both. Facts. I live by that. I saw it on the gym wall.
I started swimming, and I would swim like a K on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's hard.
Yeah. I had to stop it because the finances wouldn't allow it, but it was a choice. Even though I didn't feel like going, it was a choice.
Do you mean finances wouldn't allow it because you couldn't pay the entry fee into the pools? Could you just go jump in a river and do it? Would you take it to there? It's not the same, but it's
not
a compromise.
the same, but it is a compromise. Yeah,
I have
thought about that. Yeah, I don't know if you're alone and something happens, at least there's lifeguards. Especially with me with my neck.
Yes, you're in a good environment to control that. But yeah, that's us making a statement podcast. We're about breaking the stigma. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you get a chance, you want to hear us talk some more kaka out our wahas, then go and watch our last episodes. We've got episode 21 right here delivered, episode 22 next week. Stay tuned. Go check out makingastatement.co.nz, where you can get our merch on Afterpay, or head down to Care Design in Foxton's Main Street, where you can buy the merch in store. Thank you, team. I'm Dilz. 1s and 2s over there. We got Cuzzy, DJ, TJ. We had the bro Johan come through, and
Thanks
thank
for
you so
having me.
much for sharing
thank
your
you.
story, being open, honest, raw, and breaking the stigma with us today. And Brother E to my right.
Before I say it, I just want to say thank you as well. Thank you for coming on and being vulnerable and telling us, because we obviously asked some pretty hard hitting questions. So I appreciate the honesty.
Again, thanks for having me, man. Much
Appreciate
appreciated.
Easy. That's us.
Bye. I'm
ya.
Ethan.
Gonna happen as fire but fighter, ain't nobody putting it down. I'm holding it down, no common grounds. I'm making a statement, is the way to claim that you're running the town.